myself, Tom, and I'm from First PBA. I'll be doing a presentation on shifting towards e-commerce. So what is e-commerce or commerce in general? Well, commerce is the activity of buying and selling of goods and products. It usually happens in large scales and across different businesses or entities. And e-commerce is just like that, but instead of going to a physical retailer or a store like you would in usual commerce, we can do it in our comfort of our own homes and at any time, might I add, because unlike stores, the online marketplace is open for 24/7. And the purpose of this presentation is to delve deep into the world of e-commerce, to understand the intricacies of digital marketplace and understand why did it catch on and get as big as it did. In the historical context of e-commerce, it started with MySpace, and then in the 1990s we had early pioneers like Amazon, which focused on selling books at the time, and then eBay, which focused on consumer-to-consumer selling. This laid the groundwork and foundation for e-commerce, and in the 2000s we had the emergence of an essential online payment system like PayPal, and having a very secure banking app, it made people a lot more confident in buying things online. And in the 2010s, again, tech giants such as Amazon and Alibaba, they revolutionized the whole process. And thanks to the technological advancements we are getting, they were able to do a lot of upgrades to their existing websites, and they made the whole UI and the process of buying things very convenient and easy. And let's look at the key drivers of economic growth. First of all is consumer convenience. Let's say I have to buy furniture. So first of all, I have to get ready. I have to go to that store and look at the furniture, see what they have, and usually they might not even have what I want. But in the case of online, e-commerce, it's not like that at all. I can sit at at the convenience of my own home, and if I feel like buying it at midnight, I can, because it's all 24/7 with online marketplaces. And if I search for a specific product, 100% of the time it's there. And once again, come to technological advancements. Mobile internet accessibility and secure payment systems like PhonePe, PayPal or Google Pay, people have built a trust on buying things online. And along with the convenience factor, it really doesn't make much sense to buy things physically now. On top of all of this, thanks to COVID-19, a lot of people who were already using e-commerce, they were now forced to use e-commerce, because physical stores, a lot of them were shut down, and even if they weren't shut down, we were in a lockdown, so even if the stores are open, we couldn't physically go there and buy the product ourselves. So a lot of people, especially in India and the whole world in general, they relied on apps like Amazon and Flipkart to buy products for their day-to-day needs. And that really, puts into perspective how much reach these online marketplaces have. For instance, I could be a farmer in India and my product could be, let's say, natural coconut oil, and the person in Germany could buy that product directly, instantaneously. They can look me up, or I can sell to Amazon, and from that they can look up my product and buy that. And in traditional commerce, it's simply not possible. And another factor is data-driven marketing. In a store, a lot of people buy products, so other than keeping track of how many products were sold, we can keep track on who bought those products. But in the case of online marketplaces or e-commerce, we are doing our transactions on an app. We have an account to our own name. So the app can keep track of what this person is buying and at what times they buy these things. And they can make a lot of customized predictions, further increasing customer satisfaction and customer retention. Let's come to the benefits and challenges of e-commerce. While there's a lot of benefits, admittedly there's also a few drawbacks. The first advantage is lower operational cost. Like for e-commerce, the only thing we need under logistics is a warehouse to store all the products in it. There's no need for a fancy display, there's no need for fancy lights or a presentable store at all. We can take these products in their boxes and just shove it into a warehouse, further reducing costs like rent and utility bills, etc. And again, like I mentioned before, we can get a lot more understanding on the consumer themselves, all thanks to AI and algorithms that are focused on getting customer information. It is a lot more easier to scale things online as well. For instance, if I have a store and I'm usually selling 100 products per day, if I want to make it 1,000, it's very hard. First of all, I have to store the product somewhere, like in the physical store itself, so I have to make a lot of changes there. I have to hire more people to sell these more products. But e-commerce is a lot more simple. First of all, I don't have to hire extra employees to sell things online. I may have to get more warehouse space, but in comparison, that's nothing. Because for a store, it has to be neat, it has to be tidy, it has to be presentable for people to come in and buy stuff. For e-commerce, again, just put it in a room and it's that simple. But coming to a drawback, the digital marketplace is highly saturated. Like for instance, we have Amazon, Flipkart, Temu, Alibaba, eBay, Meesho, Myntra. There's a lot of companies selling the same product as well. So there's a lot of competition. So for upcoming business owners, it might be a lot harder to get their foot in the business. So that's a drawback for e-commerce. And there's cybersecurity risks. Because we are paying online, and a lot of the times it is really safe, but we cannot ignore the factor of our information and banking details being prone to hackers who, if they get the information, we could lose everything in our accounts, which is a disadvantage of e-commerce. And logistics management. Managing logistics is critical for e-commerce's success, especially because the reason people bought things online is even if it took a few days, it only took a few days to get the product. If they were fast enough, if they didn't get the logistics part of it right, it might take days, or months or weeks to get the product. And efficient supply chain and inventory management is absolutely critical for overcoming logistical challenges. And unless these challenges are overcome, no one would buy anything online. Furthermore, customer retention is another factor. Let's say if I buy things from Amazon, I might usually buy only from Amazon. I might not use Flipkart and such. And why is that? Because I like the user interface of Amazon or Flipkart. I like the products that they recommend to me. So it is a lot more easier to make personalized, make every customer feel special. It's a lot more easier to do that in e-commerce than it is to do in a physical store. So what are the future trends and shifts coming in e-commerce? We can observe a few case studies and understand the upcoming trends. First of all is augmented reality. Now this is especially useful when you are buying huge things like fridges or furniture. In the app, I can use my camera in my phone and visualize what a furniture could look like in my room. Or would a fridge fit in this area? Or like I mentioned, would a chair fit with the whole theme of the room? All of this is possible thanks to AI. And voice commerce. In the same way, I could be busy doing some chore, and let's say if I need to buy more, hangers, I could just say, Alexa, buy hangers, buy 10 hangers, or say Google, buy 10 buckets. Who might need 10 buckets, you get the point. It's a lot more simpler and convenient with the help of voice commerce. And sustainability is increasingly influencing customer decisions. Like even now, we are focusing on buying products that are recyclable, or buying products that are sustainably made and ethically sourced. And in the case of e-commerce, that's very easy to do because the only expense in that case of e-commerce it's a warehouse. Other than that, you don't need a physical store that's generating waste over a period of time. And another factor is AI-driven personalization. Like I mentioned before, up until this point, what algorithms were the ones dictating catering to our needs. But with AI, this can get even better. For example, what Amazon is doing now, they're pre-shipping products. So if you're looking at a product for a long enough time, they'll ship it to your location. Even though you didn't buy that product, AI can make the decision, okay, you will buy this product in a few months. So to enhance customer experience, they will pre-ship that product near to your locality, and when you buy the product, you can get that in the same day. And again, Amazon is really spearheading this field of e-commerce, and they're continually innovating their business model and staying on top of everything. And Shopify is also empowering small businesses as well. So even though I might not be able to get my own website up, I can use the help of Shopify, which is a lot more friendlier towards small businesses and medium businesses, unlike Amazon, which if you're a corporate, a huge retailer, sure, Amazon's easy, but for individuals, it's a lot harder to get into Amazon Marketplace. Shopify, on the other hand, it's very easy to do that. And Nike's direct to the consumer approach. So what Nike did, instead of using Amazon or any other third-party platform like Shopify, they are directly selling to consumers. So direct to consumer, that's what D2C stands for. And this further enhances brand loyalty and allows Nike to gather valuable customer data, further increasing personalized marketing initiatives. So, summarizing this whole presentation, we looked at the history of e-commerce, who pioneered the field, the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce, the upcoming trends and changes that we're going to apply to the digital marketplace, and why we as consumers or as upcoming entrepreneurs should learn from this industry. And that's about it. Stay now, signing out.